Naim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hinei Ma Tov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hinei Ma Tov Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hinei Ma Tov U'Manaim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad Hinei Ma Tov U'Manaim Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad, Hinei Ma Tov, Hinei Ma Tov, Yadanai, Lai, 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 Hinei Ma Tov, Hinei Ma Tov, Yadanai, Lai, 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 Hinei Ma Tov U'Manaim, Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad, Hinei Ma Tov U'Manaim, Shabbat Achim Gam Yachad.
Interrupt the service. Don't worry about the microphone. If I feel like it's not picking you up, I'll move it, okay?
Hinei Ma Tov, Hinei Ma Tov, Yadanai, Lai, 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 Hinei Ma Tov, Hinei Ma Tov, Yadanai, Lai, 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 Hinei Ma Tov U'Manaim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
Friends, we're on page 4 in our black student ream, in our black prayer book, and we are going to open with our public lessons in just a second. So these are our prayer shawls, a garment that girls and boys they can't wear until they hit that age of becoming bar and bat mitzvah, and it is a public sign that they are now an adult in the Jewish community. So on page 4, Maria, if you'll come up for the presentation of our tallit. Oh, okay. And boys, come look at your mom.
As this tallit is draped around your shoulders, May the voices of generations speak to you. May you know that there is people, a rich heritage to which you belong, a sacred place from which you are connected to all who dwell on earth. As you are embraced in the folds of this tallit, so too are you wrapped into the loving embrace of your family, community, and this whole congregation. May this simplest of garments always be for you a symbol of God's abiding and sheltering presence. As you recite the blessing and wrap yourself in this tallit, we proudly watch and celebrate with you as you accept your place in the chain of our tradition.
Beautiful. And so now, Sammy, I'm going to have you first. Did I get it right? Yeah, okay. So Sammy, go ahead and turn to your prayer book so you can recite your tallit blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahitetef b'tzitzit.
Amen. All right, Mom, if you'll wrap it in that tallit. Okay, Sammy, put your arms around. There you go. Got it. All right. And Michael, same thing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatef b'tzitzit.
Can we all say?
Amen.
Amen. All right, guys, so as that one's getting wrapped around as well, we gather for all kinds of meaningful moments in life. Some come at sad times, some really, really happy. This is one of those really happy times. And so to thank God for reaching this moment in time, we share in words of Shehechianu. Stay up here. Together, page 4.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Lots of hugs today, guys. Lots of hugs. All right, on page 5, we have our prayer for becoming B'nai Mitzvah. Go ahead, guys.
God be with me on this occasion as I become bar mitzvah.
Help me make meaningful the covenant you may now establish with me.
Sustain me with a sense of holiness, inspire in me a desire to be special.
I do not ask that you make my life easy, resolve my problems, or map out the directions of my life.
I ask only that you strengthen me within me, the desire to mold and shape my life in accordance with your will.
In this hour of my bar mitzvah, I invoke your blessing upon my parents and friends, and all who have loved and cared for me, all who have brought me to this time of gladness.
Give them joy and fulfillment in my growth and my achievement. You who turn the hearts of children to their parents and the hearts of parents to their children.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, guys. And so on page 6, we have our prayer for the congregation. Responsibly. Yeah.
Together?
No.
No, just
May the door of the synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for fellowship.
together.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out penalties and pride.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit indifference, selfishness, and harshness.
May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. We turn to pages 11 through 14, where you will find our prayer of Ashrei. And guys, Ashrei begins, happy are those who dwell in your house. And it's this whole prayer that's about raising up happiness and bringing joy. And it's really hard, though, if somebody just looks at you, Sammy, and says, hey, Sammy, be happy. Hey, Michael, just be happy. Can you just be happy? Happy, happy. No, nobody wants to be told, just be happy. We we need directions for it. We need guidance. And that's what this prayer gives us. It's a reminder of when we engage in Jewish life, when we do Jewish things, that is how we raise up our happiness. And so we will chant Ashrei along with these guys.
Ashrei Yoshvei Beitecha, Od Yahalucha Selah.
Ashrei ha'am shekach lo, Ashrei ha'am she'Adonai Elohav.
Tehillah leDavid, Aramimcha Elohai HaMelech, Ve'avracha Shimcha le'olam va'ed.
Bechol yom avarkecha, V'yahala shimcha le'olam va'ed.
Gadol Adonai Umlo Me'od, Ve'lig Duato En Heker.
Door the door yishabach ma'asecha, Ugvuratecha yagidu.
Hadar kevod hodecha, V'divrei niflotecha asicha.
Be'ezuz neurotecha yomeru, Ugdulatcha asaprena.
Zecher Rav Tuvecha Yabi'u, Ve'tzikata Yeranenu.
Chanun v'rachum Adonai, Erech apayim ugdol chesed.
Tov Adonai lekol, Verachamav al kol ma'asav.
Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha, V'chasidecha yarhucha.
Kevod Malchutaha Yameru, Ve'gvuratcha Yeranenu.
Hodi al ibnei hadam gevurotav, Ukvod hadar malchuto.
Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, Umensh letecha bechodor vador.
Somech Adonai lechol hanoflim, V'zokef lechol hakfufim.
Einei kol elecha yesaberu, ve'ata noten lachem ochla be'ito.
Poteach et yadecha, V'maspiach lechol yeratzon.
Sadik Adonai bechol derachav, V'chasid bekol ma'asav.
Karov Adonai lechol korav.
Chol asher yikrahu habemet.
Retzon Ya'rav Yasab Ya'aseh, ve'et sha'atam Yishman Yishien.
Shomer Adonai et kol ohavav, et kol yashim yashmid.
Tehillat Adonai yedaber pi, Vivrech kol ba'ashar shem kodsho le'olam va'ed.
V'anachnu nevarech ya, me'ata ve'ad olam, hallelujah.
Friends, we'll rise for our Baruch Hu, page 15.
Yai na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. Baruch Hu et Adonai. HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed.
I will remain standing as we turn to page 17. And on page 17, you'll find our prayer of Ma'ariv Aravim, which draws on those liminal moments in our day when change occurs. Guys, we are co-creators with God, and our morning breath blessing, Yotzer Or, talks about that process of co-creation. And Ma'ariv Aravim is one that reminds us that things change, that darkness comes, but then after the darkness there will be light again. And so that we, as those co-creators with God, we continue to always be part of that change. And so we'll pray words of Ma'ariv Aravim together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim bechokma boteach sha'arim uvitvuna meshane itim umachlif et hazmanim, seder et hakochavim, b'mishmortehem barakieh kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mitnei choshech v'choshech mitnei or. Uma avir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzivaot shmo. El chai v'kayam tamid yamluch aleinu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'mari v'arevim.
Page 21, we declare God's oneness with words of Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. Ve'ahavta on page 22 is not so dissimilar at the start from Ashrei in the sense that it tells us, hey, you just go out and love God. Well, what does that mean? So the prayer tells us. It tells us the things that we should do to show our love to God. And that if we want to love God with all our heart, with all our might, with all our soul, we have to be an active participant in that. And so how do we do that? We go about our day and we look for signs on the doorposts. We look for other people in the community who look like they're doing good things, and that inspires us to also bring that goodness into the world. And Ve'ahavta talks repeatedly about how we are supposed to teach things to our children. And so, Sammy and Michael, you guys will still be kids in your mom's house, even if you're adults in the Jewish community. But here at Temple Emanu-El, you guys are about to take a shift. You're not just the students, but you also get to be the teachers. You get to show up and be there as role models for the little ones, and to be there to help them and to watch them to grow in their knowledge of Judaism too. And so as you guys take that responsibility on for the first time chanting really as adults in our community, we invite you to lead us now in Ve'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha. Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha ve'shinantam levanecha ve'dibarta ba'am ve'shivtecha bevetecha uvlechtecha baderech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'ot al yadecha ve'hayu letotafot beineinecha Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotziti etchem meretz Mitzrayim liot lechem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
On page 23, if Alice, Nikula, and family will come forward to lead us in this responsive prayer as we prepare for Michamocha.
Adonai, our God, you took us out of slavery in Egypt. You made us free.
You were in the courage with which we overcame 40 years of desert wandering.
Even today, you are in the hope that, like a beam of light, brightens the darkness of suffering and despair.
You are in the love that creates, protects, and forgives.
Standing at the sea, we felt your goodness and your love, and we sang a new song to you. And still today, we sing that song.
We praise you, Adonai, Redeemer of Israel. Thank you so much. Michamocha, our prayer of redemption for the evening, page 25.
Yai lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehi lo seifele, nora tehi lo seifele. Malechutecha ra'uvanecha, bokei hayom ulev Moshe u'Miriam, zeili anu yameru, zeili anu ve'ameru. Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. Adonai imloch leolam va'ed.
Page 26. We've made it to our central standing prayer, one that guides us from generation to generation in a way, because this prayer of our Amidah, the Avot V'Imahot, because it doesn't say, you can see here in the English, it doesn't just say God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. It says God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob. And it's a reminder to us that, Sammy, you get to have your own relationship with God. Michael, you get to have your own relationship with God. And those relationships don't have to be the same, just like Abraham had a different relationship than Isaac, than Jacob, than Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah. All of us have the opportunity to have that different relationship and connection to God. With that in mind, we rise for our Amidah, page 26.
Adonai sifatai tifta uvia gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Abotinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagador, Hagibor Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vesocher Haser Hakot Imahot, Umevim Bilam Bilenehem, Lema Ashmo Ve'ahava, Melech Hoser Mashiach Magim, Baruch atah Adonai,
Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah.
Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, V'chaye Hakol Atarav Le'Shia, Mori Hatal, Mechakel Hayim Bechesed, Mechaye Hakol Berachamim Ramim, Somech Noflim Beroven Nolim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emumato, Nishene Alpha, Michamocha Bal Imurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memim to Mechayev, Umashia Yeshua, Ben Adnan Tatario Tako, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayev.
Good job, guys. And so on page 28, we'll remain standing if Amy, Ruda, and family will come up, please.
Many are the ways of holiness, varied are its paths.
There is holiness when we
We
strive to be true to the best we know.
There is holiness when we are kind to others.
There is holiness when we strive for harmony in all of our relationships.
There is holiness when people of different backgrounds work together for a common future.
There is holiness when people seek justice and struggle for righteousness.
There is holiness when people create lasting poetry or song or philosophy.
There is holiness when we forget what divides us and remember what unites us.
Holy, holy, holy is Adonai, the Eternal.
Beautiful. Thank you. Page 30.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעלו חסלה, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated, except for Heather. Heather Laurie, if you'll come on up for leading this responsive prayer. Friends, we're on page 31. I didn't hear you as much on that last responsive prayer. Let's get those voices heard. Either way.
From of old, the Jewish people have seen Shabbat as a unique gift, a token of its covenant with God.
Shabbat is the most cherished creation of the Jewish spirit.
It mirrors the essence of the Jewish soul.
Shabbat has never been merely a day of rest from labor. It has always been a break in the routine of everyday life.
Shabbat is a symbol of liberation and triumph,
Of the holy over the profane, of spirit over matter.
In every age, Shabbat afforded the Jew a sacred retreat, a haven of safety, a fountain of new strength, and perpetual renewal.
Shabbat nurtures family life in love and harmony. A home at peace welcomes Shabbat with joy.
Shabbat is part of nature's design, the very purpose of creation. All that was created attained its fulfillment in Shabbat.
Shabbat is our hope, the calm haven where all the weary find rest. With the coming of Shabbat, redemption and peace enter the world. Our prayer for Shabbat, thank you so much. Yismechu, the bottom of page 31.
ישמחו במלאכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלאכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם יספרו ויתנגו משובך שבת. ישמחו במלאכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. ובשביעי רצית בו וקידשו שבת. חמדת ימים אותו קראת שבת. ישמחו במלאכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. זכר למעשה בראשית שבת. ישמחו במלאכותך, שומרי 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 שבת וקוראי עונג שבת.
On page 32, if Ace Waldman would come up for our prayer for peace.
Our God, we know that there is no greater gift than peace. Help us to find peace that comes from the love of your Torah.
Inspire us to banish hatred, war, bloodshed, and bigotry. Help us to establish forever one human family, doing your will in love and peace.
Help us to find peace in ourselves and among all people. O God of peace, bless us with peace.
You have given us
The power, O God, to bring peace and justice into the world. May we always love peace and pursue it, and love our fellow creatures. Fill us with kindness, wisdom, and love, then shall we learn to live in peace.
Blessed is God, teacher of peace.
Friends, we'll take a moment for silent prayer and meditation. We think of all of those who are in need of that peace. 701 days for our hostages and counting, and all around the world, those who need more peace. So take a few moments for that silent prayer. Strange is our situation here on earth. Each of us has come for a short visit, not knowing why, and sometimes seeming to divine a purpose. From the standpoint of daily life, however, there's one thing we do know, that we are here for the sake of humanity, for the countless unknown souls with whose fates we are connected by a bond of sympathy. Many times a day I realize how my own outer and inner life is built on the labors of my fellow human beings, both living and dead. And how earnestly I must exert myself in order to give in return as much as I have received and am still receiving. Shalom Rav, page 34.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
On page 36, Maria, it's already time for a parent blessing, so come on up. Page 36. Well, that's where the other one went. You had it.
May you live to see the world fulfilled. May your destiny be for the world still to come. And may you trust in the generations past and yet to be. May your heart be filled with intuition and your words be filled with insight. May songs of praise ever be upon your tongue, and your vision be on a straight path before you. May your eyes shine with the light of holy words, and your face reflect the brightness of heavens. May your lips ever speak wisdom, and your fulfillment be in righteousness. A Jewish home opens its heart, and its link to generations is proclaimed. Today, nearly grown, you are called to read from the Torah and are welcomed into the congregation. May this moment be blessed.
And together we all say, Amen. Beautiful. And so you will stay right up here because we have been building towards this moment in our service, which is to reach our Torah service. So I have a lot of moving parts. Thankfully, I have Joanne Lipschitz, who is my Rabbi, who's going to help us along the way and help guide folks. We'll start on page 38. And if Douglas Froman could come forward for the ark opening, and you'll be able to be the one undressing our Torah. And if grandparents and generations of Torah come to the Bima, we have Julia and Ted Larrabee, Vladimir Rebson, and Lilia and Vladimir Yushikov. So come on up if I called your name. You guys are going to be right here. All right, and you two can head to the Bima, and you can head towards the flag right there. Perfect. If everybody in the congregation will please rise, we are on page 38.
Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, Udvar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, B'Kedushato.
Spend my phone? Yes, okay. You guys have a pretty awesome community. I want you to look around for a second. You guys can wave at them. You guys should wave back at them. Yeah. And I'm a big fan of this invitation to wear white. You guys are looking good in your Shabbat white today. I like it. You all look like little angels out there for us. And Shabbat brides and grooms. Now, Sammy and Michael, the weight of the Torah is heavy for our people. Kind of heavy also just in my arms, but it's something that we've passed down from generation to generation, and you come from a family where that wasn't always going to be the case. Because parts of your family come from places that weren't allowed to practice Judaism publicly. And this is a really big deal that you guys get to stand here in your community. I believe with God around us, Ner Tamid, eternal light above us, Torah's community and family. And when you look over here at Mom, over Mom you've got grandparents and great uncles and everything and aunts. Over them are some great grandparents, yeah? And great greats, and great great greats. So many people who had to exist so that you guys could be here today. And so they're going to pass Torah down the generations right to you. Okay, guys?
Lador vador, nagid golecha. Lador vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Lador vador, these lips will praise your name. Lador vador, nagid golecha. Lador vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Lador vador, these lips will praise your name. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadlul Adonai Tiumaromama, Shemo Yahdav, Lecha Adonai Hagedula, V'hagivura, V'hatiferet, V'hanetzach, V'hahod, Ki ho b'shemayim uvaretz, Ki ho b'shemayim uvaretz, Lecha Adonai hamamlacha, V'amid naseh lechol rosh. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romimu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romimu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romimu. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtachavu l'har kodsho. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai.
Chapter 22, verses 1 through 12. If you just want the Torah blessings, they're back in your black siddur on page 40. For our first aliyah, we call up cousins Jerry and Casey Yushkov. Yaman Yosef Laliyah. Touch our Torah with it, and then give your Talmud a kiss. And the blessing.
Okay. All right. Baruch et Adonai ha'amvorak.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai ha'amvorak le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Beautiful. All right, guys, come a little closer. I want you to hold this for the Torah.
Lo tir'eh et shor achicha, o et seyo nidachim, vehitalamta mehem, hashev tishivem le'achicha, ve'im lo karov achicha elecha ve'lo yidato, v'hasavto el toch beitecha v'haya imcha ad derosh achicha oto v'hashevoto lo v'chein ta'aseh lecha moro v'chein ta'aseh לשמלתו וכן תעשה לכל אבדת אחיך אשר תאבד ממנו ומסתה לא תוכל להתעלם.
Yashikach. And our blessing for after, so take that talit again.
There we go.
Little touch.
All right.
Kiss it. And our
All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha-Torah.
beautiful, guys. Thank you so much. You'll go on the other side of Miss Joanne over here. And for our second aliyah, we have family friends, Rob, Dina, and Ace Waldman. Yamdu, Avram ben Leib, Benjamin ben Abraham Aliyah. Grabbing that emergency tally, I see. Very good. It's like, oh, this rabbi does the touch, kiss, bless thing. Okay. Come do the touch, kiss, bless thing.
I'm very impressed. Good job.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMavarach.
Baruch Adonai HaMavarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMavarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Lo yech li gever al isha velo yilbash gever simlat isha ki toavat Adonai Elohecha kol osei ele ki yikare kan sipur lefanecha baderech bechol eitz o al haaretz efrachim o veitzim v'ha'em rovetzet al ha'efrachim o al ha'beitzim lo tikach ha'em al ha'banim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet. V'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Thanks, guys. You'll stay up here, and you'll head over to Joanne, and you guys will head back down. And for our third Aliyah, Padma, Maria, Taman, Manya, Miriam, La Julia, La Aliyah.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvara.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvara le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bakar banu mikol hayim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai natan haTorah.
Shaleach teshalach et ha'em ve'et habanim tikach lach le'ma'an yitav lach ve'harachta yamim ki tivneh bayit chadash va'asita ma'akel legagecha ve'lo ta'asim damim ve'veitecha ki yipol hanofel mimenu lo tizra karmcha kil aim pentikdash hamle'ah hazera asher tizra utvuat hakarem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayenu olam nata b'tayenu. Baruch atah Adonai naten haTorah.
Amen. Beautiful. Thank you. All right, you get to go have a seat for a second. Maria, you go stand right next to Miss Joanne. And so we have Michael sit down because when you are formally called to the Torah for an aliyah, making aliyah is a rising up, it's going up. And so we want that, yes, you're spiritually there, but we want you to also make that physical ascent. And so now it is my honor to call you up to the Torah as a bar mitzvah. Yama Benson Ben Manya Miriam Malia.
Take your corner of your talit and touch the Torah, and then kiss the talit. There you go. Okay. Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. And Maria, come back over.
Lo tacharosh b'sharu v'chamor yachdav. Lo tilbash shatnei semer ufishtim yachdav. Gedilim ta'aselach al arba. Konfots kesutra asher techase ba.
Beautiful. All right, and our blessing for after.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chaye olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. All right, so while we have Sacred Torah out, open to your portion, Mom right here, Mom, an arm around him, because I want to offer Michael a blessing for his spiritual growth. We'll hear it a second time, but that's okay, because you're each your individual people, and you deserve that moment, okay? So friends, if you'd like to follow along, I'm on page 41. Mishaberach Avotenu v'imotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, hu yivarech et Binson ben Manya Miriam, she'egia lemitzvot v'ala v'torah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmerehu v'chayehu v'chonen et libo, v'yot shalem im Adonai Elohav, להגות בתורתו, ללכת בדרכיו ולשמור מצוותיו. וימצא חן ושכל טוב בעיני אלוהים ואדם ונאמר Amen. Which means, may God who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bless you, Michael, because you have come for an aliyah upon the age of mitzvot. May the Holy One guard you and sustain you, helping you to be wholehearted in your faith, studying God's Torah, walking in God's ways, and fulfilling God's mitzvot. May you find favor before God and before all people. And together we say, Amen. Beautiful. All right, you get to have a seat. Let's do it again. Sene. Come on up. All right, my friends. If you're following along, we are now on page 1496 in our Torah commentary. We're jumping ahead in the Torah portion to Deuteronomy chapter 24, verses 10 through 17. For our first aliyah, if Jerry and Casey, you should come on up. Yam tu Yamad Yosef aliyah. Now you're a pro.
Okay.
Yeah, you got this.
All right. Okay. Barehu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Ki tasheh bereacha mashatz me'uma lo tavo el beito la'avot avoto bachutz ta'amot v'ha'ish asher ata nosefo yotzi elecha et ha'avot ha'chutza.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Thank you, guys. And for our second aliyah, Paul, Ina, and Gavin Correll, Ya'amdu Peretz, the Galvin Peretz, La Aliyah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ve'im ish ani hu lo tishka basamato hashev tashiv lo et ha'avot kevo hashemesh v'shachav b'shalomto uverachecha ucha tiyeh tzedakah lifnei Adonai Elohecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hayei olam natan betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. And Maria back for round 2. Tamad, Manya Miriam Batulia La Aliyah.
Baruch et Adonai Hambara.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambara Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'im v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Lota ashok sahir ani ve'evyon me'achecha o migercha asher bartza bisharecha beyomo titen secharo velotavo alav hashemesh ki ani who ve'elav, who noseh et nasho, velo yikra alecha Adonai ve'haya chachetz.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hayei olam nata b'tahanu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Nailed it. Beautiful. All right, Sammy, go take a seat for a second. So, Sammy, same here, that we need you to have a physical rising in addition to your spiritual rising today. And I didn't say it at the beginning, and so I'll say it now, which is what these guys are doing today is really not easy. It takes months and years and a lifetime of study to really be prepared to lead on Shabbat like this. You know, the Torah, it's the Torah, so there's no pretty colors, there's no vowels, and they have to study in order to be able to chant it the way that they chant it today. And so, Sammy, this is your official call to become a bar mitzvah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamarach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Just give it lightning speed on that one.
Take a deep breath.
Beyomo titen secharo velotavo alav hashemesh ki ani hu ve'elav hu נושא את נפשו, ולא יקרא עליך אדוני, והיה בכך לא ימצאו אבות, ובנים לא ימצאו על אבות, איש בחיתו יומתו.
All right. And our blessing for after. Yep.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayeh olam batochenu nata batochenu Baruch atah Adonai notena Torah.
Amen. You were just excited to get that done. You knocked that out. That was beautiful. All right. So, Sammy, you too, though, should have a Misha Berach Ba'aliyat HaTorah, a prayer upon becoming Bar Mitzvah for the first time. So, in front of your open Torah portion, we offer this Misha Berach for you. Misha Berach Avotinu V'Imotinu, Avraham, Yitzchak, V'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah, Hu Yivarech Et, Shmuel, Ben Manya, Miriam, Shegia L'Mitzvot Ba'al LaTorah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yishmerehu V'Chayehu V'Chonenet Libo, V'Yod Shalem Im Adonai Elohav, V'Agot B'Torato L'Lechet B'Drachav V'Lishmor Mitzvotav, V'Yimtzachem V'Seichel Tov B'Einei Elohim V'Adam V'Nomar Amen, which once again means, Sammy. May God, who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless you, Sammy, the next in our tradition, who has come for an aliyah upon the age of mitzvot. May the Holy One guard you and sustain you, helping you to be wholehearted in your faith, studying God's Torah, walking God's ways, and fulfilling God's mitzvot, 74 of which are in your Torah portion. May you find favor before God and before all people, and let us say,
Amen.
Amen. Friends, we'll turn to page 42. Mom, you can head down, but don't be seated, because I need everybody to rise for the raising and dressing of the Torah. And Doug, Alyssa Froman, if you will, please come on back up to help us with the dressing of the Torah. Andrew, and I'm going to raise it here. And lower. Yep. First up. So there he is.
I gave him the wrong direction.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. Yalai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yala lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai.
Served as Shlichei Tzibor, they have led you in prayer. They have done Torah for you, literally reading from the Torah, and now they have words of Torah, their Devar Torah, that they will share today. All right, guys. I'll stay here just to make sure it's
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Our Torah portion is Kitzet from the book of Deuteronomy. It talks about the laws that relate to family, possessions, farming, clothing, divorce, bravery, death, guilt, and punishment. This is a lot. In this section of the Torah, it has been 40 years since the Israelites left Egypt, where our ancestors had been slaves for 400 years. That's longer than America has been a country. The story of the 10 plagues and crossing the Red Sea got us to Mount Sinai, where Moses received the 10 Commandments, which are parts of the laws that help us act a certain way as Jews. Jews are supposed to create a balanced world where people are safe from harm, and we are supposed to follow rules that are designed to benefit everyone, not just a few people.
In the Torah, we were in the desert wilderness for 40 years, and our Torah portion is at the end of that time, when we were getting ready to go to the Promised Land, which is today is called Israel. Our Torah portion is sort of like a kitchen sink of rules, with lots of rules that sometimes seem random. For instance, one law that we were given is if a mother bird in the wild who is sitting on eggs, we are supposed to shoo the mother bird away before we take the eggs. One possible reason for this, I think, is that the mother bird might get aggressive with you and can be avoided by shooing it away. A rabbi called Rambam, who is known to be the smartest rabbi in the past thousands of years, gives us another reason for this law. He says that if we do not chase the mother bird away and she sees her eggs being taken away, she will be upset. We should chase her away so that she does not see it actually happen. To do otherwise, says Rambam, would be cruel. The world is cruel enough on its own, so if we can spare her feelings, we should. In other words, when we have a chance to be kind, we should do it, even if it takes a little more effort.
Another law from our Torah portion is that if we see someone's ox lost on the road, we are supposed to make sure that we give it back to the owner. And if we don't find the owner right away, we are supposed to take care of the ox until the owner comes to claim it. This is easy enough to do when we know and like the owner of the lost ox. But what are we supposed to do if we know the owner and do not like them? What if we are enemies? Do we still take our personal time to help someone like that?
Our commentators answer that when we reach out to help our enemies, it's more likely that we will turn them into friends. We totally agree with their statement. In our view, it is very important to return lost property. One way to think about this is if you're returning lost property to an enemy, then the enemy might have a different point of view about you. Our mitzvah has to do with how people treat each other with their community. For example, if you're in a class with your enemy and he or she drops their phone, you have a chance to find it and return it to them. Then there might be an opportunity for your enemy to become your friend in the future. They might see you in a different light because you returned their phone. Our rabbis explain that this mitzvah might lessen hatred and lead to peace. This applies to people, but also to countries. These small acts of righteousness can make a huge difference in creating the type of world that we want to live in. Becoming a bar mitzvah means I'm choosing to take my Judaism seriously. Being a Jew can be sometimes challenging. People constantly dislike us because we aren't them. In our family, people had to run away from the Soviets for years and constantly had their rights taken away. Then our family came to the U.S. to build a new life. Now, we not only have the chance to celebrate the Jewish holidays, but we can also wear our Stars of David openly and proudly. Today, we are reflecting on how huge it is to be the first in our family to become a B'nai Mitzvah. It means so much to us to be able to show our family that this is the new life they wanted to pass on. I feel privileged to have started learning Jewish songs at the GCC, then to continue learning important Jewish stories at Davis, and all the learning I've done here at the Temple Emanu-El. It is important to me as a Jew, knowing that we are a minority, to continue to pass on our traditions.
Judaism plays an active role in my adult life starting today. I want to keep going to temple on Friday nights for big holidays so I can be part of the community. Then I will participate in the B'nai Mitzvah that I'm invited to so I can see what part of the Torah they are reading from. I like being able to hear how other people connect to the Torah portion they receive so that I can learn the lesson they're trying to teach. I want to continue to participate in the events at the temple and learn from the programs I attended. In the future, I hope to go to Israel where I can learn more of my Jewish heritage and experience adventures in my ancient homeland.
A value that I took interest in is asking and answering. In Hebrew, this is called shoyal umashiv. A value is something we live by. The values that are given to us are meant to act as spiritual and religious guidance. There's a lot of stuff that I don't fully understand about my religion, but if I ask my rabbis, friends, family, etc., the more questions I ask, the more things make sense to me. I've always related to the quote from Pirkei Avot that says, "Who is wise? One who listens to others, and I hope to learn through listening.
We are also a Zionist family. To me, this means that Jews have a right to be in the state of Israel. It is important for us to have our own land so that we can always have a safe place to live and practice our own traditions, religions, and our culture. We have family who live in Israel, and we want them to be safe from Hamas and other terrorist groups that attack our people. For thousands of years, Jews have lived in the land of Israel, and today there are still ancient holy sites that people visit to understand our connections to our historic homeland.
Tikkun Olam refers to acts of repair by human beings. There are social acts of Tikkun Olam like tzedakah, charitable giving, gimilut hasadim, acts of kindness, and in my family, Tikkun Olam means that we should follow our Jewish values by giving back, being there for loved ones, and loving your fellow neighbors as yourself. Our Torah portion connects to Tikkun Olam by returning lost items to the rightful owner. Ultimately, the hope is that by doing acts of Tikkun Olam, the world becomes more peaceful.
We want to share great gratitude for all of you today. Thank you so much to our friends from Davis, Sandy Spring Middle School, and from soccer for being here. Thank you to our grandparents and extended family for being here today or joining us online.
Miss Goldberg, from being my 4th grade language arts teacher to helping me become a bar mitzvah, it shows how great of a teacher and tutor you are.
Miss Joanne, thank you for being a tutor and for taking us to the sanctuary to practice for our service. Rabbi Spike, thank you for helping us with our Devar's Torah writing and encouraging me and my brothers to continue playing soccer.
Rabbi Rachel, where is she? Oh, hi. Thank you for being the rabbi for our bar mitzvah service, and thank you for helping us write our Devar Torah. Rabbi Max and Spike, thank you for being supportive rabbis for our family and our Temple Emanu-El community.
Jessica, thank you for helping us chant our prayers throughout our service. Misha, thank you for being the best brother I could ever have, except the times when you were teasing me. But you do entertain me when I'm bored in the house and when I need help with something. Thank you for helping me get through some of our difficult times these last few years. I really lean on you, and you're there for me. I love you, and thank you for being my big brother.
Sammy, thank you for always being there for me when I need you. Being your older brother, I love the time when we spend together, like playing soccer, playing video games, and the amazing movie nights. I've also appreciated when we sit together and are really present with one another. It's been really meaningful to be there for each other and have deep talks together. I love you.
Mom, thank you for being the best mom.
I'm not done. Tata. Thank you for giving me motivation to work hard on the soccer field and in school. Thank you for finding different ways to motivate me.
Mom, thank you for being the best mom you can ever be, like taking us to the movies, soccer, restaurants, etc. And also cooking us some delicious dinners, but the spaghetti and sauce. Thank you for being my protector and for being the person I could turn to when I'm having trouble. I love you so much. Tata, thank you for teaching me, driving me, and watching me play soccer.
Mama, there is so much to thank you for. Thank you for the amazing 5-star meals that you put 100% effort into. Also, thank you for showing your love and compassion. I know that you work so hard to keep our house looking amazing and for all the hard work to keep our family together. Thank you for giving me a roof over my head, guaranteed food 3 times a day, and for your love and effort to help Sammy and I have a wonderful life. Shabbat Shalom.
We have certainly just heard from some wonderful young men in our community. At this time, we are going to transition back into our service. You guys just grab your Bibles there. We'll offer our prayers for America and for the state of Israel. First, for America on page 44. In our flag stream, I ask that you please join with me in this prayer. No rush, guys. You can get
Where is it?
44. Page 44. No.
go all together. Oh, okay. But I don't want to start without you. All right.
Yeah.
Oh God, we invoke your blessing upon our country, the
United States of America, as we strive to be a beacon of light in a darkening world. Sustain us during times of uncertainty, guard us with calamity and injury, give us the courage to confront evil, enlighten us with your wisdom, and sustain your power. Those whom the President, their advisors, and all who are entrusted with our safety. May peace and goodwill, courage, understanding, and hope prevail among all the inhabitants of our land. May your goodness spread, exalt our nation in righteousness. And
Together we say Amen.
And our prayer for Israel, page 45.
Avinu Shabashamayim, Tzor Yisrael v'Galo, Ba'arechet Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Simcha Geulatenu.
Together, O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all
Who seeks peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread it over its canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead, advance, guiding with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land of fullness
joy for
all who dwell there. Amen.
Avinu Shabashamayim, Tzor Yisrael v'Galo, Ba'arechet Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Simcha Geulatenu.
If Victor and Rosie Yushkov will come on up to open our ark, we will prepare to return. Oh, are they're in the other room? Go grab them. No problem. It'll be worth the wait because they're very cute. I hear them. I can see them even. Let's see. Is he gonna get them? We got one. And he wants his kippah. He's got his kippah. All right, we're on page 45.
So cute.
If everybody will please rise.
Fine. Still. Bring her.
Eitz Chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar derachea darchei noam v'chol netivotecha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep each of you safe.
Yair Adonai pano v'lecha v'yichoneka.
May God's light always shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai pano v'lecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Wherever life's journey takes you, may you know that you are surrounded by community, by people who love you, who care about you, and may you know God's most important gift, that gift of peace. Together we say,
Amen.
Everyone, please be seated, except for proud Mama. Come on up to share your words. Okay, yes, I have the tissue.
Good evening, everyone. I want the boys to look around the room right now and really take in everyone that's here tonight. Family, friends, our past teachers are here. Everyone here to celebrate you and with you. I wanted to thank you all so much for being here with us to celebrate this very special day. It means the world to have our friends, family, and community surrounding us as Michael and Sammy become B'nai Mitzvah. I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Joanne and Caroline, thank you for the endless support and dedication in helping Michael and Sammy prepare for today. Rabbi Spike and Rabbi Rachel, your guidance throughout this journey has been invaluable. And Jessica, thank you for being the cantorial work that made this service so meaningful. To my circle, you know who you are. Thank you for being my rock for every night. For every late night conversation, errand idea, and a moment you helped carry. I could not have done this without you. When they say it takes a village, this was it. You all showed up. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Sorry. Okay. Michael, I remember the day you were born. It was like yesterday. I was overwhelmed holding a baby in my arms for the very first time. I looked into your eyes, and it felt like I saw your soul. A soul that had already experienced so much. I couldn't wait to get to know you. Even as a little boy, your maturity and curiosity shone through. You never wanted bedtime stories. Instead, you'd say, "Mama, sit down, let's talk." Right?
Yeah.
And we talk about everything, from what happened in your day to the biggest question about life. And yes, yearly curiosity about where babies come from, and which thankfully gave me the reason to call it the night. You are my history buff, my soccer star, and our old soul in our house. I'll never forget when I signed you up for ballroom dancing, and after proudly winning 12 medals, you lined them all up, turned to us, and said, "Don't ever bring me back here again. Take me to soccer." And that was that. I traded in my dancing dreams for a soccer mom badge, and for the next 8 years, I watched you thrive, building friendships, leading your team as captain, and leaving your mark wherever you went. You are truly my bright light in every room you enter. Sammy, you came into the world blazing. You haven't even stopped since. I remember being pregnant with you when a doctor tried to check your heart rate and you punched the monitor through my stomach. I'll never forget what he said. He's going to be a fighter, and you are. You face challenges in your young life, but you meet them head on with strength and spirit. Born under the sign of Leo, a lion, nothing could describe you better. Strong, determined, loyal. The lion not only reflects your personality, but it's also a powerful symbol of our faith. You've taught me more than I've ever thought I needed to learn, and for that I am deeply grateful. Your hugs are legendary. Your one-liners are unforgettable, but what I admire most is your fierce loyalty. I remember when you were just one and your brother was pushed down by an older boy. From the corner of my eye, I saw a tiny baby charging and knocking that boy right back down. That kind of protection, that kind of love, that cannot be taught. It's just you. And then there's your music. You didn't speak much when you were little, but you always had something in your hand to sing into. You never let me record you, but I saw it. I heard it. And thanks to Miss Kendrick, you found your voice on stage, and there you are completely free to be you. Michael and Sammy, you are both so different, and yet both so deeply mine. I'm proud of you, each of you, for who you are, who you're becoming. Look around. You're surrounded by people who love you, support you, and help shape your lives. I am forever grateful to each of them, and so forever grateful to be your mom. I love you, Michael and Sammy. Mazel tov.
Love you too.
All right, friends, we will begin to conclude our service this afternoon with Alinu the Shabbat. Oh, no, you guys did. You can tell them here. Alinu the Shabbat, page 46.
What?
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, la tekedu la liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kikoye haratzot, velo samanu kamishpachot hadama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, Vanachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad.
With the ark door is closed, please be seated. Maria, you'll stay up here too with the boys. And we'll end our service today as we do all services, which is in memory, remembering loved ones who have died in recent days or in seasons past. And at joint times like this, we bring into this space loved ones who we wish were here, those whose memories we recall at times and stories we talk about with family. We imagine them at their best smiling on this day. And so we remember Maria Kaplinskia, Samuel Shlomovich, Rosa Revzina, and Boris Revzin. If anybody is in a period of shloshim, the first 30 days mourning the loss of a loved one, we invite you to rise now so we can recognize you. If you're in a period of Yud Bet, the first year mourning the loss of a loved one, we invite you to rise so we can recognize you. Go ahead and remain standing. If on this Shabbat you're commemorating a yard-side death anniversary of a loved one, we invite you to rise at this time so we can recognize you. Thank you. And if it is your custom to rise for Mourner's Kaddish, as we do here at
Amen.
Be'alma divrach pirute v'yamlit mafute. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael. V'adala b'zman kariv v'imru.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabam Marach Le'elam Amei Amaya Yitbarach.
V'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kedusha
Barichu.
Le'elam mikol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Tamiran be'alma v'imru.
Amen.
Yehi Shalom Rabba v'Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'romav. Uyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen.
Oh, say shalom bimromav, huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav, huya say shalom
And as Shabbat comes to a close, we transition into our Havdalah service on page
50.
on page 50. So this is our ceremony to move from Shabbat and to bring a little bit of holiness with us for the rest of the week. That you get our spice items. So if you have your spice items, it's nice to have that as well. As we light our Havdalah candle, like a torch, it weaves together the redness of Shabbat.
Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Borei peri hagafen, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Borei minei v'samim, borei minei v'samim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Borei morei ha'esh, borei morei ha'esh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol, hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol, chatotenu hu yimcho, zarenu v'chasbenu yarbei kachol, v'chakochavim balayla. Eliyahu hanavi, Eliyahu hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu hagiladi. Bimera beyamenu, yavo eleinu, Imashiach ben David, Imashiach ben David. Simen tov u'mazel tov u'mazel tov simen tov, simen tov u'mazel tov u'mazel tov simen tov, simen tov u'mazel tov u'mazel tov simen tov. Yehelanu, 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 U'lechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, 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 Hu lechol Yisrael.